Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Think Once Code Anywhere. So today let's discuss about a string program on how to print all the permutation for a particular string. So let me discuss you the logic over here, then we'll try to implement the logic into a code. So first let's assume we have a string as an input as ABC, and what are all the permutations that is available for ABC, right? So permutations are like ABC will be one permutation, then we'll get ACB, then I'll get BAC, and followed by which I'll be getting BCA, then I'll get CBA, then I'll go with CA and B. So these are all the 6 permutation which is available for the values A, B and C. So now let's see how this logic is going to work. So here I'll be having two variables called as left and right. So in left, what I am supposed to do is I'll be starting with the index value itself, and in right I'll be having the ending index value. So for example, in this one, so the index value will be 0 and last index value is supposed to be 2, right? So I'll check whether 0 and 2 is same, right? So left and right is same. If the condition is true, I'll be printing the entire string. Else what I'll be doing is I'll be swapping. So I'm going to swap the value at my left and I, right? So I'll be introducing one more variable called as I. So I will be initially holding the left value every time, right? So I will be holding the left value, and every time I'll be swapping string of left as well as string of right? So we are going to swap string of left and string of I, so that every time the value gets swapped. After this, again I'm going to use a recursive method, right? So we are going to use the recursion here, and based on that recursion we are going to continue this loop for many times, or else you might also say it like it is going to work as a stack. As a result, we are going to get the final output in this format, like ABC, ACB, and no matter whatever input we are going to feed for this program, it is going to give us the right output in a proper way. So let's try to implement the code, and let's let's go with the compiler and start implementing the logic into a code. So here for the implementation, I have preferred the language of C++. So let's try implementing the same by using C++, and first step is we have to give the header file necessary for the program, right? So here I'm going to prefer bits/stdc++.h, where it holds the entire package or entire header file that is available under C++, followed by which we have to give using namespace std. And now let's start writing our code for the main function. So int main. So always whenever you try to implement a code, so have a habit of writing your main function first and then go and give the preference for the sub functions, right? So first thing is I need to have a string as an input, right? So string str equal to, so let's assume that our input is going to be ABC, right? So let's assume in this way. So followed by which I need a variable, say for example let it be n, and in n I'm going to hold the size of string, so str.size. So followed by which I need to call my method, say for example let the name be permute, and in this permute I need to pass the string, and I need to pass 0, which is going to be the initial value, or even you can say the starting index position, and n-1, where n-1 denotes the final value or the end of the input string. So now I need to implement the particular method, and here I'm going to use something like void permute. So void permute and string str comma int l comma int r, right? So what we are actually doing here, so we are just using something like I have a string over here, so we have passed a string, and L and R represents left value as well as right value. So inside which I'm going to write the entire logic for my code. So first is I need to write a if condition. So if L value is equal to R, right? So if left and right is it same, right? So in that case I just need to print the value of str, and let's do end L. So followed by which here I have to say something like else, and inside else part what do I need to do? So for we need to have a for loop. So in I equal to L, I less than or equivalent to R, I plus plus, right? So only if the condition is true, right? So only if left value is lesser than the right value, I have to proceed with this loop, else it means that it is moving beyond the limit which we have assumed for the end of the string. So now let's write something like swap of str of L comma str of I. Same way, let's just give the permute method now. So permute of str comma L plus 1 comma R, and again it will be swap of str of L comma str of I. So this is what it happens every time. So first let's compile the code and then I'll deliver you what logic we are going to follow here. So see here, we have received our final output as ABC, ACB, BAC, BCA, and then the remaining values, right? So let me explain you the code about what it exactly does. So from this part, what happens is we are just passing ABC and 0, and the length of the string is actually 3, right? So 3 minus 1, it actually passes the output as 2. So now we are passing the values ABC, 0, and then 2. So now followed by the same, what will happen is in this function, right? So in this called function, I'll be having ABC, then I'll be having 0, and then we'll be having 2. So now I'll just check whether L is equal to R. It is actually false. So I'll be moving with for loop, and here I value will be equivalent to 0, right? So I is equal to 0, and when I come back into this particular function, right? So when I come with this one, what happens here? I'm just swapping of str of L. So what is that L value? L value is actually 0 now, right? So according to this, L value is equal to 0 and R value is equal to 2. So now I'll be swapping str of 0 comma I value is also 0. So 0 comma 0, it represents the same value. So now what I am supposed to do is, so I'll be just swapping off the same element A and A. After this, I'll be going with one more permute method, and now what happens? We are just passing off L plus 1, right? So if I'm passing L plus 1, now what happens is along with this element, I'm going to add, right? So along with this left value, we are going to add 1. So it becomes 1 itself, right? So we are going to pass ABC, right? So we are going to pass ABC and 1 and then 2. So now again I'll come inside the same function, and since it is a recursion, right? So again we'll go with the same function, and now I'll just check with L and R. They are different and I don't want to print the value. So again I'll go into the for loop where now I value resides 1, right? So now I value starts with 1. The condition is true. Again I'll come inside the loop and I'll try swapping of L and L, right? So L and I, where L value is also equivalent to 1, I value is also equivalent to 1, right? So at this case, the same value will be getting swapped, so there won't be any changes here. After this, again I'll try passing the same function, or we'll be calling off the same permute method. So now what happens is, along with this, I'll be passing ABC and 2 comma 2, because L plus 1 will be modified as 2, right? So now when I come back here, it is almost same, right? So L and R will be same, so you'll be printing off the str value. So where str will be now equivalent to ABC. After this, I'll be moving with the next line. So when I'm moving back with the next line, what happens is I'll be just carrying off the value as 1 itself, right? So here I'll be carrying off the value as 1, or else you might also say something like you will have 1 and 2. So when I go with 1 and 2, right? So swapping occurs here, right? So at this case, a swapping occurs. So what happens is swapping of the elements that is residing at the first position and second position takes place. So what is there in first position? It is actually B, right? So it is not A, right? So A actually it is in the index position of 0, right? So we are going to swap 1 and 2. So where 1 and 2 will lead something like A, C and B. So when it comes with A, C and B, again I'm going to increment the value of I. So at this case, we know that I value is equivalent to 1, right? So it actually works as a permutation method. So at this case, I value will be 1. So when it comes back to the same part, I value will be incremented once. As a result, I and R will be same. So when I and R is same, there won't be any changes over here. And again, when I move back to the if condition, right? So when I call back by using the line number 12 for the same recursion process, I as well as R, that is left and right value will be same. So you are going to print A, C and B now, right? So after the same process, again I'm going to swap off the variables A and B. So now B takes place in the first position and A comes after B, right? So this is how the program logic works. So hope you are clear about this logic, and I'll prefer you guys to work on these 3 lines especially, right? So other cases main function is so simple for you guys, and this one is also easier one, but only thing which you have to mind out is going through this entire for loop, right? So I'll prefer you guys taking a paper and a pen to work out separately with I value and left value, right value, and trying to find how this program logic actually works, and try to get the logic and try to get how this logic actually works and how we are executing the program and getting back the output. So that's all about this code. Hope you enjoy this video. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Think Once Code Anywhere.